Hello and welcome to today's project. I have brought forward the wood heater, the dishwasher, and I'm scraping all of the old paint and old plaster off anything that's loose, and then I'll just give this a quick coat in white. There is going to be a cabinet over there with a cooking top. The heater is going against the wall, and there will be some fiberglass insulation that is specifically to withstand the heat from the wood heater against the wall, because in this ugly channel here there are electrical wires, so we don't want the heat to go in, so there will be some protection. Dishwasher is going back in there, but just to have on the side, make it a bit neater should something come forward. One of the machines gets replaced. It is at least looking a bit better than what it is now, which now looks like an abandoned house. And also along here, I don't know, best would have been just that they continued tiling onto here, just half, or not even half, just a quarter of a tile, but they did not. I'll have a look if I've got some spare tiles of that. Otherwise, this also they had plastered so that it was level with the wood, but that just crumbled away. So I either replaster or just paint it white. And then this is the horrible part that needs also repaint. I got paint for metal and for wood. I've already scraped what I can. But these covers, they can come out if you twist them, but there's already some signs of dust. So who knows what kind of fun might come out when I take them off. So you'll be able to see from the tripod. Let's get set up, remove these panels, then we got to sand the panels, paint the panels, and if all goes well, put them back in. As well as see if we can identify where this mystery goes to. I don't know if it's a cable or some kind of pipe, but it's ugly and it's disgusting and greasy. All this is very greasy because the old cooker used to be here, and I don't know what they did, but everything was very greasy. Is very greasy. So you can see the grease is still sticking onto here. And on top here, yucky. And in a week or so, the new cabinet with the cooker comes, handmade from Portugal by my father. And then I want this to at least look a bit more presentable. So that's what we have to do. Alright, we're ready to remove this panel. Unfortunately, the ceiling on the front side here is sloped, so we can only turn it basically that the panel comes towards me. So you'll be able to see firsthand what I get showered with. Bird's nest, grass, I don't know. One way to find out. Okay. The light bulb. She had told me that the light bulb was in the way. Could have done it much sooner. Anyway, the light bulb I also want to replace with a proper kitchen work light. The light bulb itself is not too greasy, but the holder is extremely greasy. Disgusting. Okay, let's see if this little panel here will come. I don't know, it seems a bit stuck. I think it needs some closer investigation. Anyway, the old kitchen used to just be an open fire, and that's why the whole inside of it is black. And then later on they came with the wood stove, and that's when the pipe was fitted. And once the pipe was fitted, the panels came in to cover all of this up. The chimney has been cleaned prior to the sale, and probably all of this stuff got disturbed, and it was now lying on top of that metal panel over there. But I want to get the other panel off as well and see what's going on there. But I think it's stuck with paint, grease, I don't know what else, but it's all part of the fun of trying to make an old house presentable, because a full restoration is, it's not a renovation, part renovation, I don't know, maintenance at least. Okay, let's see. I don't know what this disgusting thing is. Okay. Alright, let's have a look up the chimney. Here we can see the pipe. You can see how much the chimney is coated in tar creosote. So this is what it looks like up the chimney, and this is why we don't have much flexibility in the pipe to move it around, because it's been cemented into place with the brackets on either side. And there we can see that the wooden log, it's got a couple of nails sticking out. It's all looking a bit icky. The same will happen for the other side once I remove those panels, but they are a bit cleaner as there was no cooking underneath that side. But this is that. Still don't know where that goes, what that actually is. Behind here it's obviously all stone and wood. So there are, is an electrical wire, but I don't know for what. Maybe they once had a plan to put here an exhaust cover for the cooker to go directly into the chimney. I don't know. Also, again, this goes into here, and in between here it's a bit dusty, but there's no wire sticking out. So where that actually goes to, I don't know. If it's also joined to the same circuit as that light, who knows? Something to find out. Take the power off, connect the light, turn the switch on, see what happens. But okay, now I've got to see if I can sand those panels or something and repaint them. And then remove the old rivets so I can put in new ones. Hammer it back into shape. And then repeat for the other side. And then paint the wall, because of all this dirt coming down, you're not going to paint the wall first. And then do this and then redo it again. So here's another update. What I've done so far, pretty much all of the walls have been scraped. Then I have removed the panels on this side as well, and tried to clean off the wall and the metal strip as best I could. Then also this wire here, I attached the light fitting. It is continuously powered, so it's not connected to this light. This is where the light bulb hung, and I removed that one and put the fitting over there. That one is actually continuously powered. So I opened up the electrical socket here, and we can see there's two black wires, two thin ones. So one goes to the light switch, which is obviously for that one, and then there's another set of black thin cable that would come out of here, because this one is also thin, black, blue and earth. And I see two sets of thin blue going that way, two sets of black and two sets of earth. So it's continuously powered, most likely because at some point maybe they had expected to put here some kind of the kitchen exhaust for the cooktop, and that never happened. So instead of putting a plug, they just taped the wires together and called it a day. So my plan is to just put a plug over here, a box mount, or not a box but a wall mount on top, and then at least that will be safe. And should I get an exhaust thing, I can just plug it directly in, drill a hole, maybe drill a hole or something in one of those plates. Get a special hole drilled or something like that. In any case, I did check right at the top. It's hard to see, but there is an opening with just a ventilation opening, so the fumes should be able to go up freely, and that shouldn't be a problem. So that's for now. So I'll put that all back together. Now that I've identified those wires, then I can clean up here and get ready to paint the metal strip. Alright, this project here is done. I've also painted, you can see the wall has been painted, but lots of moisture is coming up through the wall. That's why these yellow spots, as I've painted the wall 3 times now. The rest is covered okay. After all, it's a budget paint, 10 liters for 12 euros, but it's done the job. As you won't see this area, but it looks a bit nicer. In any case, the top here has all been painted. The side plates, one on that side, one on that side, they've all been firstly removed, drilled out the rivets. Then I used the wire wheel and removed all of the paint on all of the panels, and then repaint them two coats each, put them back into place, new rivets, then go along the edges, the gaps, fill them with acrylic, and then repaint all of that again, all of the acrylic as well as the rivets. And now these are all nicely in place. The big panels here, I will leave them out until we are done with the heater. I have put on the sleeve to convert it from the flexible pipe until normal stainless steel pipe. So once we've finished all of that, then the panels can go back in, and hopefully they still fit. After all, now we've got a bit of a bigger sleeve area, so it may still need to modify the panels, but hopefully it works out. Same over there. Just this morning I did the final painting around the edges, as the problem with this project is, in theory I could have been done in 1 day, but waiting for every layer of paint to dry, and the oil paint for the panels takes 24 hours to dry, so it stretches out quite a bit, whereas the wall paint I could repaint all 3 layers on the same day. So I also painted the copper pipe as well as the sewage pipe for the dishwasher, because once the dishwasher is in place you will be able to look next to it and see that. Then the heater's got to go back, and I did put here a line on the floor right over there so I can see, line it up with that old mark with the front leg, and we should be good. Also, this wire here that was live, I want to put a plug on it, and then I decided maybe just for now it's safe like this, but better to put just a little white box and a cover over it. That way steam coming from the kitchen cooking area will not affect it, and in future a exhaust fan can be plugged in directly with just a little hole in the box and then wire directly into here. That way that's not a problem. Right, back to where I was after this battery change. Also added on a light. This is a waterproof light, so any steam will not be a problem. Hopefully it doesn't melt with the heat. Only one way to find out. And in order to put this one in, I had to here on top remove the wiring that went all the way over to there. I pulled that out and I drilled a new hole right over there so that the wire can go into there. I got some space. And then I moved the wire up towards the left, so it's not really directly underneath the heater. And then that should work out. Luckily this kitchen area was at some point rewired, and they did put in nice thick wires for the cooking top, as well as then the wires for an exhaust fan. So that concludes this kitchen project. Also, in case anyone was wondering what I used to clean the area behind here, I use this lovely old Philips vacuum cleaner. I don't know which model it is. Well, probably one of the ones on this list. It was included with the house. The air filter was rotten, falling apart. I put in a sponge. It's been working great. It's got this nice swivel head. I don't know, I think it's from the 80s or 90s, something like that. Anyway, did the job for this, and I'd like to thank the previous owners for leaving it behind, because it works great. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all on the next one. If you're just wondering where the actual covers are, plates, they're over here. Here we go, like brand new. Alright.